Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for September 2022. We're going to take a look at your general energies for the month in this first row. We're going to look at your anything unexpected that could be coming in for you in your next row. Pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure you had something about your home in one of your more recent readings with me, so there does seem to be a focus on the home. I feel like it's a good thing. Look at this row. First off, look at this reading. It looks amazing, but this row looks really good as well. Next, we're going to look at the good stuff that could be coming in for you, so it doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be all positive no matter what. Then we're going to look at any messages from your guides in this last row. I love that card. We'll talk about that in a minute. Look at this reading. I like this. We're also going to pull 5 main themes for the month for you at the end, and we're going to pull 3 personalish question cards at the end as well. I will give you time to think of your questions before I show the cards. First, in the area of your general energies, you have this back on task card. It says, be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or project you are working on. All could use some fine tuning. A lot of fine tuning energy coming up in these readings for September in general. Probably because of Mercury retrograde, it's like, obviously during retrogrades, we revisit things, we redo things, we kind of look for better ways of doing things as well. I feel that would be a great thing for you to do, but just all in all, I would say that it looks to me like you're actually going to be seeing a lot of progress. Usually during retrogrades, things can kind of slow down. But as I've said a million times in the past, for me, I don't know, sometimes like retrograde periods have been some of like the best periods of my life. So I know that everybody's always afraid of retrogrades, but and I've heard from other people too, who like make more money during retrograde or, have some other form of success. I think if we work with the energy and we do what we're supposed to do, then obviously we're going to be successful. And that's what it looks like to me. But I also feel just a much more like warm feeling in your reading than I have felt for you in a while. But I feel like, again, it's probably because you feel like you're back on track, in a lot of ways. You have the 7 of Swords, the Star, and the Justice card. 7 of Swords makes perfect sense with that back on track card or the back on task card, but I feel like you're back on track. 7 of Swords is a card of lying, cheating, stealing, of course, but really it represents doing things in a different way. He is stealing those swords from an army in the background. So instead of going to war, he's stealing the swords so that they can't be used against him in battle. So it's like he's doing the same thing in a better way. And I feel that for a lot of you, that again, that card is talking about fine-tuning things. I feel you could be discovering some things that are really, really working for you. And this has come up for a lot of people. It's funny because I keep getting comments. People are like, you keep repeating yourself. I'm like, I can't help it that the energy is exactly the same. And it's like, look at the cards. It's like, I'm not making it up. The cards say the same thing. So, yes, I am. But, it's like, it is what it is. And, I think that it's the best use of energy anyway. So, I'm going to keep repeating myself, Aries. But what I would also say is that you have the Star. I feel there's a lot more attention for you because you have the Star and the Empress right next to each other. Very good for attention. And again, other signs have had this as well. But I would be using it. The Star is kind of like an energy we have to take advantage of sometimes. And sometimes I feel like we have to use it to get more attention, or we have to do something to kind of like try to stand out with the Star card. And that's what I would be doing if I were you. Like especially if you have something like a social media business, or if you have a business in general, but also in love. If you want love, I would be putting yourself out there. You also have the Justice card. Justice also makes sense with the fine-tuning. Justice is cause and effect. So if we're like fine-tuning something in our life, we're kind of going back and forth. We have to like say, does this work or does this work? Like if we're trying to fix something in our business, and we kind of have to go back and forth until we find the perfect balance, I know that I'm speaking very generally here, but it's for everything. Same thing in love. It's like I feel like you're kind of like fine-tuning, you're perfecting things, in your life. And this is going to be a good thing for you, Aries, obviously. With the 7 of Swords, you have the Page of Wands. Very exciting, a lot of excitement. Again, I get this warm feeling just in general in your reading, and that's the best way I could describe it. That's how I feel about the Page of Wands. I feel more, because the Page of Wands is a certain sense of enthusiasm, and I feel like you're feeling enthusiastic again. Kind of like feels like a minor message, but also feels like a big thing as well, because, obviously if maybe your business has been slow or work has been slow and you feel more enthusiastic about it, might be a tiny thing, but it probably have a big, impact. That Nightingale card at the end is all about kind of like having a small thing in your life that has a major impact. And that's kind of what I see going on here. Something is happening. We're going to figure it out. With the star, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, I kind of felt that. That's what I said about the star, about needing to put the work in. I never say that about the star. I feel like the amount of energy you put in is exactly where you're going to get out of it. Eight of Pentacles is energy in, energy out. It's material success on the horizon, getting things you need and desire in your life in the future. So I feel there's like a lot of success, or could be material success, but doesn't have to be. With the Eight of Pentacles, could be anything. And I really feel this increase in whatever it is that you're looking to create, whether it's like money, love, business, doesn't matter. And with the Justice card, you have the Page of Swords. If you are going through like a divorce, separation, or this could even be right here to the Empress, this could be like a child custody situation. I do feel for some of you there are favorable results maybe this month, or you're at least getting news, I would say, because Page of Pentacles to me doesn't really say that a legal situation is coming to an end. So I'd say that if you're dealing with a legal situation, involving children or divorce, maybe it's not coming to an end, but I feel like it's kind of, you're getting some news that maybe leads you to believe that it's the beginning of the end in a good way. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card. It says, "My home is my castle." For some of you, I feel you could be moving unexpectedly, and I feel like that would be a good thing for you if you're moving. You and Pisces, I always say that part of the sky, like you two signs. It wouldn't really surprise me if you move a bunch of times over the next few years. Some of you, that's not going to be. Maybe it's only one time that you move, but it could be unexpected. And I've said the same thing to Pisces as well, that, it seems like there could be moves coming in, and they could be rather unexpected. For others, I feel you could be making a change in your environment with this card. And I feel like what's unexpected is how much of an impact it has on your life. This is going to sound stupid, but it's like I remember like years ago, I moved my bed from like one position to another position, and I slept like significantly better, right? Just by moving my bed. So I feel for some of you, if there are changes that you want to make in the home, I would make those changes. Could make you feel more safe, more secure, could just make you feel anything really. And I feel like these, sleep is extremely important. It's like, before that, I wasn't sleeping. Then when I sleep, it's like, obviously I'm able to work better, work harder, all those things. So I think sometimes we don't realize how, again, small things have a big impact on our life. And this reading, I feel, is all about like the little things having a much bigger impact. You have the Four of Wands, the Empress, and the Temperance card. The Four of Wands is a card of freedom, and it's also a card of celebration. It can be a card of marriage, but I wouldn't really say this is a love reading necessarily. I mean, as I always say, love is always available to us, but to me, I don't necessarily think that it's a major focus. It could be for some of you, of course, just a general reading, take it how it resonates, but I feel you're more focused on freedom. I also feel like you're more focused on completion energy. This card is a card of wrapping things up. There's like a finish line up here on the Four of Wands. And as I always say, the Four of Wands can come up when we're wrapping up a project or completing something that's important to us. And I feel that you could be getting favorable results, the Empress. So you could be seeing a lot of abundance, or maybe more abundance than you thought coming in for you. I also have a weird message popping to my head. Like if you are thinking about going off on your own, maybe you're thinking about starting like a consulting business or some sort of business where you need clients or something along those lines. I feel like you're going to be surprising yourself, like how quickly you're able to get clients. Again, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but I'm just saying it's like you put the work in, Eight of Pentacles, you get a result. Maybe in the past you've thought about doing something like starting a client-based business, and I just feel maybe it didn't work out for you as well as you thought. This to me is saying that there's like plenty of work available to you. Again, she has that scepter. She has to wave that scepter to grow her abundance. It's like she has to do something to get the clients. So again, if you do client work, it looks good, but everything around it, education with the the Hierophant, so needing to learn how to get clients. Page of Pentacles, same thing, but Ten of Pentacles, building something long term. So I really see a lot of you that are focused on business could be building something long term. As I've said to you a million times, you have Jupiter entering into your first house again at the end of the year. It's retrograding currently in your sign back into Pisces. Then it will move into your sign in next at the end of this year into next year, and then it's going to be in your second house next year as well. So really, really good for those of you building a business or anything like that. You also have the Temperance card, turning a negative into a positive or a positive into a negative. Again, I kind of get that feeling that what's unexpected is you could be kind of transmuting a situation and turning it into something much, much better. So let's see what's going on for you here, Aries. With the Four of Wands, you have the Tower. Again, for some of you, this could be a divorce or a separation that you're going through. I don't really feel it's a separation, though. I mean, I don't think it's like a Tower necessarily surprise. I feel like it's more, that you kind of already have experienced the Tower moment. Feels like a little bit of a shakeup to me, so it could be a little bit unexpected. I feel like this is coming from you, which is interesting. So it's like if you're leaving a person, it's like maybe they were the one that had all the power, but it's like you're taking your power back. I don't see this as a bad thing. I'm actually going to pull another card for that Tower just to clarify it. Yeah, you have the World ending something. It's like this is a round and round situation that probably had to come to an end with the World card. So if you ended something on a person, or if you've been thinking about ending something on a person, I feel like it's a round and round situation that you had to bring to an end. Could be a Capricorn or someone with Capricorn in their chart is what I'm getting here with that World card. With the Empress, you have the, what is this? The Queen of Wands. I feel like you are on fire. Very attractive at this time as well. Queen of Wands and the Empress is being attractive. So if you want love, doesn't matter what gender you are, put yourself out there. Really good for love. Also just good for being a magnet, attracting things into your life. I feel like I said the same thing to Pisces, that Pisces could be manifesting things. You two have been like neck and neck as far as the readings are concerned. So if you have Pisces in your chart, I would definitely go watch that reading. With the Temperance card, you have the Seven of Wands. I kind of get an unstoppable feeling on the Seven of Wands for you. Seven of Wands to me is a card of conviction. It's like a card that says, when you know that you know deep down in your soul and your bones and your heart that you're going to be successful, then you will be successful at whatever it is that you want to be successful at. So it doesn't matter. I feel like if you believe that something is for you, then it's for you. I see a lot of success here. Next, you have this Between Worlds card. This is showing up in the area of the good stuff. I love this card. Again, I feel that it's just kind of a clue that you're entering into much better times. He's going from black and white to color over here. So I feel like you're entering into just a better world, better place. Things feel warmer, like I said, and you can see there's color on this side. So I feel like you're entering into a world that's much more vibrant, that's much more alive. And I feel things feel alive for you here, even your senses. Like I feel like some of you, it's like your senses could be heightened at this time. That could be a little bit of a problem. You might be needing to like sleep with some earplugs in or something, but I feel like some of you are kind of like really vibrating, and that's no clickbait, right? You have the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Pentacles. It blows my mind that like every single sign has had the Ace of Pentacles. It's pretty crazy. So there could be a major opportunity coming in for you. I really feel now that I'm at the end of my readings for the month of September, since everybody has this, sometimes when I get cards like opportunity cards, just like this, the Ace of Pentacles, it really says to me that you need to pay attention for the opportunity. There could be a lot of opportunities available for everyone, but the problem with opportunities is that they're just opportunities. If we don't take advantage of them, nothing is going to happen. So I feel there could be a lot of opportunity to take advantage of opportunities, but you have to like nurture them. The Ace of Pentacles is the garden. It's something we have to raise. And to me, the Ace of Pentacles fits in very well with the Uranus and Taurus energy. Uranus and Taurus wants us to build 10 of Pentacles. Uranus and Taurus wants us to build something that is going to last for a very long time in our life. So if you're thinking about doing it, looks really good to me. You have the Hierophant, something about morals here. I feel you feel bad about something, which is interesting because this is the area of the good stuff. This is meant to be positive. I feel like saying don't feel bad about something, though, is what I'd say to you. If you feel bad that you've done something, I kind of feel like you're putting a little bit too much pressure on yourself here with this card, Aries. This could be like in love. Maybe you cut someone off, but you kind of feel bad about it. Or maybe in business, you've decided to move on from your business and you're worried that you're hurting the people that you used to work with or something along those lines. Again, I would let those fears go. I don't know. That's not even what the Hierophant means. But again, I read intuitively. That's the message I'm getting here. I also feel that there could be love, by the way, coming in for you. Could be an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart with this Page of Pentacles. Again, could be a Capricorn, take it how it resonates. I'm also getting Aquarius as well. So it could be like an Aquarius with a lot of earth in their chart, something like that. But I feel like this person is talkative. I feel like they talk a lot. That's really what's popping into my head. A little bit immature, but I don't know if that's in a bad way. They could just have, childish good looks. They could just look really young. They could be very playful and talkative. So I kind of get more of that childlike energy coming off of this person. I feel like they're probably the same age as you, or, maybe around the same age. I'm not really getting younger, older, just kind of, in the same area as you, I would say. I feel like there's a lot of attraction here is what I would also say. What I would also say, drinking game for this video, what I would say is that I feel like you're going to be attracted to this person. Again, maybe you're like, is this person a little, maybe they come off as not being too serious, but I would go for it, is what I'd say to you. All right, let's jump in here. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Three of Swords. Again, this is the good stuff. So, you know what's weird is a lot of people have had the Three of Swords in the good stuff area. So again, good stuff. It's not meant to be anything challenging. I feel like a lot of you could be getting over a heartbreak. Could also be why I feel a little resistance here with this. If this is a new love, maybe you're kind of still getting over an old love. Although I feel like you've been getting over an old love for like 2 or 3 years, or maybe a little bit longer, maybe 4-ish years, somewhere around there, that you've been getting over a past person. And, you know, maybe you were married to this person. That's why the Hierophant is coming up here. But again, this is good stuff. I feel like you're getting over it. With the Hierophant, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, as far as good stuff would be concerned, is saying that you're moving on from one thing to another. Four of Cups is like thinking the grass is greener on the other side when it isn't. But again, in the good stuff, I would say the grass is greener on the other side. So if you're thinking about making that change, like I said on the Hierophant, and you're worried that you're going to be hurting someone's feelings or hurting a group of people's feelings, I feel like the grass is so green that it just doesn't matter, is what I'm going to say here. And look at the Between Two Worlds card. You know, it's like you have black and white to color. You're entering into a much more vibrant time. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. This is something you've been waiting for. I feel there are opportunities that you've been waiting to show up in your life. I also feel there could be a lot of opportunities where you're just like very, very close. And I kind of feel this is saying don't give up on whatever you're working on, especially for those of you that are looking to improve specific things in your life. This is a very specific message that's popping into my head. If there's something very specific, you have very specific goals that you're trying to achieve this month, I feel this is saying if you try something and you get close, it says do the same thing a little bit differently and try again. Because I feel you're just like, you are like not even inches, millimeters away from a breakthrough. But if you give up on something that where you have a specific goal, then, you know, I would say you're not going to discover it. And again, in business, if you don't have specific goals, I would like try to look for some things, some like markers that you want to improve. Maybe you want one new client every single month, since we were talking about clients. I feel like this is saying, you know, maybe you have an outreach program and maybe you could change the way you reach out to people or that you contact people or that you advertise. But again, I would be very specific about what you're paying attention to. That's how it's popping into my head. You know, it kind of reminds me of YouTube. It's like there have been many times where I try like a new thumbnail, for example, and it's very close. I can tell that it's doing a little better. Just like a tiny little change makes it do even better. So I kind of get that feeling here, but I feel like you have to be specific like that. Like you have to focus on one element or one thing. And it does feel business related to me, Aries. So, you know, there you go. Next, in the area of messages from your guides, you have this Nightingale Spirit. I love this card. It is a card of being bold, being fierce, really going for what you want. It's also this tiny little bird, and it's on this gigantic egg. It's almost as if this tiny little bird created this huge egg beneath it. And I really feel that is the gist of your reading, is that kind of tiny little things are going to have much bigger impacts on your life than you realize. So don't be afraid to make those tiny little changes. Even, again, on that first card there, it says something about like fine tuning, but I get a very fine kind of energy here where it's saying the little things that are going to make a difference. But also, there's something about being specific here, you know, that needs to be changed. And it could be including in love as well. It's like maybe there is a specific type of person that you always attract into your life, but maybe they have a specific problem. We tend to attract people who have the same type of trauma. Like sometimes we maybe go for a type of person who has a certain type of trauma because, you know, they're, you know, quote unquote, easy for us to attract, right? Which is probably not a good thing. So I think some of us typically, you know, kind of go for the same type of person. And this could say if you can pay attention to that and see it, then you can avoid it and go for something that's different, right? You have the Six of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Definitely a lot of success and attention coming in for you. I feel this is definitely saying ignore the haters as well. This right here is the hater on the card. This person here is meant to look jealous, and they are kind of hating on this guy here. But I feel like you've earned your right to be on that horse. You've earned your right to, you know, be successful, and I feel you need to realize that. I would stay focused on kind of building things that are long-term with the Ten of Pentacles. To me, I'm cheating. Again, that's astrology. To me, it's always a good idea, Uranus and Taurus, to pay attention to what works and to keep doing it and to build things long-term, not quick fly-by-night situations, but long-term situations with the Ten of Pentacles. Feel a lot of success for you with this Ten of Pentacles. You also have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands, these people are learning. They're not necessarily fighting. I always say that they're using sticks. They're not using swords to fight on the Five of Wands. So to me, it's a card of like education, needing to go through certain types of conflict to experience or learn, learn more about life or, whatever it is that you're doing. So let's clarify through here, Aries, and let's see what we have going on for you. With the Six of Wands, you have the Five of Cups, some sort of disappointment from the past. Could be involving marriage because, going up this way, there could be some type of situation here involving a marriage. I'm just going to say this as well, that if you're dealing with a person, that you're divorcing from, for some of you, I get this energy of really kind of like taking the lead in the situation. Like maybe the person isn't making any moves to wrap up the divorce, or maybe they're not doing anything to move the process forward, and you might have to be the one to do it. I feel like you will surprise them if that story's for you. That feels very specific to me because I feel like they didn't think you would do it, but I don't know, that's what I'm getting. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you are greatly increasing your resources this month. It looks to me like a lot of you have been focusing on your resources for a long time. And again, I feel you've been kind of like very close to making these improvements. And now with that Ace of Pentacles and that Hangman, I feel it's saying, don't give up. Like whatever you're trying to improve upon, keep going. And I would say get specific, because it seems to be one of those months where being specific about the things that you're trying to improve upon, that's going to have the biggest result. With the Five of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups here. Some of you could have conflict with a water sign in your life. Could be a mother as well. Queen of Cups is my card of a mother. It could be your mother, mother of your children, something like that. Or it could be like the father of your children as well. But I would just say it's a water sign. For others, I feel this is talking about paying attention to your intuition as well. But all in all, pretty good reading here, Aries. I like it. So we're going to pull 5 cards that represent the 5 main themes that you could be dealing with this month. The first one is you have the Tower. This is actually positive. It's not like the Tower in the tarot. It says solid foundation, success with effort, 10 of Pentacles, right? So I feel that is a major theme for you, building things long term, building things, step by step as well. A lot of towers I'm noticing in your reading, tower here. Building a castle. It's almost as if you're building your own kingdom here, Aries, and I feel this is a good thing. And that maybe that's what this reading is about. You have this funnel card. It says period of frustration, lessons to be learned, 5 of Wands. We kind of already talked about this. I wouldn't really call it frustrating though. Again, I feel the frustration might be that like maybe you're trying to get more clients for your business, and maybe the things you're doing aren't necessarily working. I feel like that card is saying, what does a funnel do? It narrows things down. That's what we've been talking about this whole entire reading. I really feel that's your solution. If you are feeling frustrated, get more specific, and that will probably solve all these problems. Next, you have this bird flying card. It says news is on the way. So if you've been waiting for news or communication, there could be communication coming in for you. We kind of see that here. You have the Page of Pentacles. So there you go. With the cane, next you have this cane card. It says pay attention to your health, 3 of Swords. I wouldn't really worry about this because it's coming up in the area of the good stuff. I would definitely say stay healthy. I've been saying this to everyone. I'm not a doctor. Do not take this as medical advice. But a lot of people have been getting health messages, so I just make sure to do all the things that you do to stay healthy, right? I would, just do all the typical stuff. I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to me. You have this teardrops card. It says great personal sorrow. I feel some of you kind of like are sad about maybe, like I said, walking away from a situation with that Tower card, but something that is complete. Again, I feel like it's perfectly acceptable to be sad about letting go of something that isn't that isn't right in your life. It's like sometimes I think that's really a mature thing to do, is to decide, hey, you know what? Something isn't working. It's a round-and-round situation, world card. That's how I see this. And it could be anything. It's going to be different for all of you. But I feel like you also you could be sad about it, but you know it's the right thing to do. So there you go. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now here, Aries. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause the reading if you need time to think of your questions. 1, 2, and 3. For question number 1, I would say yes, 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you need to change. Those are the words that are popping into my head. So you're probably asking about a change or making some sort of change. For question number 2, yes, hell yes, is what I'm going to say here on this Ace of Pentacles. So definite yes. For question number 3, I would say no. 4 Cups. I feel this is a disappointment and probably the round-and-round situation that I was talking about earlier. So pretty straightforward. Love it. This looks amazing. I feel like you're building your kingdom or something like that here, Aries. It's like you are either building a kingdom or perfecting, a kingdom that you are creating. So really, really like where this is going. But thank you for being here, Aries. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.